As U.S. citizens vote and prepare to vote, USA Today is reflecting on what it means to be an American. The Storytellers Project, part of the USA Today network, will host I Am an American on October 29th, as 4 Americans tell true, first-person stories at 8 p.m. ET/5 p.m. PT. The show will stream live on the Storytellers Project's website, Facebook page and YouTube channel. Viewers can register in advance at https://events.storytellersproject.com/. These diverse, compelling stories unite us in their celebration of hope and belonging, said Megan Finnerty, founder and director of the Storytellers Project, part of the USA Today network. Evan Turk, 32, an author and illustrator from Riverside, California, will share a story about how he connects to his identity as an American through nature, specifically national parks. It is about the transformative power of nature and how it inspired my cross-country journey to 20 national parks, a more critical look at the parks and the illustrated children's book that came out of it, Turk said. Watch, Americans telling entertaining and illuminating stories despite the turbulent political and social climate. Turk said he wants to express how hopeful he is for the future. At a time when we are looking at a country that is so broken, I think it will be through listening to other people's stories that we find the ways to rebuild our country into something that is stronger and more inclusive than before, he said. Turk will be joined by Stewart, who is head of news talent and partnerships at USA Today Network, will tell a story about his grandfather becoming a police chief, and how that moment reverberates today in his own life. Romero, a fine art photographer, will talk about growing up biracial and bicultural, and the contrast between spending summers with her father's family on the Chemehuevi Reservation in Southern California's Mojave Desert and the rest of her time in Houston with her mother. An anthropology major in college, Romero fell in love with photography, but it took years before she truly invested in herself and her art as a career. Her identity now informs her photography as she uses her art as a way to communicate the lives of Native people. Now, her work is nationally collected and part of the Smithsonian. I hope to open people's minds to the fascinating diversity of Native Americans, and relate how self-representation can counter harmful stereotypes and why it's important to support artists of color, Romero said. USA Today/Suffolk poll, Joe Biden leads Donald Trump by 7 points in pivotal Pennsylvania. Our vision and intimate relationship to our communities are precisely what make Native photographers the people best equipped to convey the allure, strength, and complexity of contemporary Native life. Ariola is a returning storyteller from Phoenix, telling a story about growing up in Mexico with her grandparents, separated from her parents while they worked in the United States. When her parents returned for her when she was 10, after getting all of her immigration paperwork together, Ariola thought joining them in America would be like what she saw on the TV show Full House, and she looked forward to seeing Disneyland. Election texting, want us to text you election updates. But when Ariola arrived in Phoenix, she realized that her family was homeless and she would have to care for her younger brother and sister while her parents worked. I hope to convey a better understanding about what immigrating to the U.S. might be like for some and how difficult and lengthy the process is, she said. The Storytellers Project, part of the USA Today network, produces shows in 20 cities across the United States, but pivoted to virtual shows in April because of the pandemic. National and regional shows are planned through the end of 2021, featuring a diverse makeup of storytellers sharing true stories based on their personal lives. Tellers are coached by storytelling coaches and journalists from across the USA Today network. Learn more and apply to tell a story at https://www.storytellersproject.com/about/.